It is no secret that as a species, we do not treat the planet fairly. With constant overconsumption of unnecessary products, the disregard for trash we accumulate, and the food many waste and throw away each meal, in the United States, one person produces about 4.5 pounds of trash in one day. It is evident that change needs to be made, but oftentimes we don't know where to start. That was my problem. I have always been one to care for my environment and animals since childhood, and living in a place as beautiful as Washington State growing up, I was spoiled. I didn't see firsthand the horrible impact that we were all creating, that my family and I were creating. That is why I'm doing this challenge. I'm going low waste for 5 days to see not only if I can do it, but if it is a lifestyle I can stick with to bring forth an improvement in myself and a positive impact on our environment. I have to tell you what I'm doing. So, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm doing this documentary project, and for the next 5 days, I have to try and produce no waste at all. Yeah.
That's not working out.
I don't know how to start yet. I have to put it in this mason jar and try to produce none. Yeah. Yeah, but I just want to ask if you think that I can do it.
I mean, you don't eat out a lot.
Yeah.
You don't really show up fast fashion or anything that you could. I think that the hardest part will be food.
Yeah. To begin my journey, I first looked at my current lifestyle. It was easy for me to recognize that there was some serious work to be done. Over the past 2 weeks, I accumulated all of the trash that I produced. This included packaging from groceries, things I had ordered online, and the list goes on. When looking at this mass piling up day by day, it was honestly embarrassing. I started with this, but now I will be measuring the waste from this challenge in a single mason jar. Although I've been fascinated by this low waste movement for a while, and I've viewed more of these YouTube videos than I can count, I have never taken the plunge to actually make a greater change. For this, I visited a local sustainable store and gathered the supplies that I needed to help with my specific problems. First day, and already adding something to the jar. So, this is a great start. Okay, it's the end of day 1. I'm about to go to bed. I have these toothpaste, if you can see. They're like toothpaste tablets. I just used one. It was the strangest sensation of my entire life. It tastes natural. So it doesn't taste like crust, so I'm a little I don't know, but it was cool. You just bite down on them, wet your toothbrush and brush your teeth. Only waste I produced today was a paper towel by accident. One common task, and also one of my biggest challenges, is grocery shopping and getting low on food and meal options in the middle of the week. I knew that I had to be incredibly intentional about which store I would go to. There was only one store I was able to find, Sprouts, and when I arrived, I was surprised. That grocery shopping trip was so pitiful. It was so bad. I'll just let you know what I got and what I tried to find. The bulk section. Everything is wrapped in plastic. Granted, I looked on their website. They were the only bulk grocery store, and they started wrapping everything because of COVID. So, it's a little out of my control, but I have jars I'm gonna put the nuts in, and then I have to put these in my mason jar because it's plastic. So that made me really upset. If you see my lettuce, I brought produce bags and that was completely fine. I have my lettuce in a produce bag. But like these were just all like so, like the amount of plastic they use is just stupid. For a change of place, I visited my local farmer's market and walked around seeing all of the shops and small businesses. It filled me with joy knowing that this was a place where we can all support each other as a community. I felt that the market was a good experience, and compared to the troubled bulk section in Sprouts because of the current pandemic, I will plan to attend the market to do the majority of my shopping from now on. How would you suggest that people get started if they kind of want to make that lifestyle change, but they don't know where to start?
Probably watching a documentary on plastic pollution. It would probably, I think that's one that I've heard from people is the most like alarming for people to actually want to make a change, is they see it, they see the reality of it, and they realize now whenever they throw something away where it's going. You know, if people are really want to make a change and they've decided and they don't need a push, they know they want to make the change, just watching what you throw away, that's really the easiest thing. When you throw something in the trash, look at it. What is it? Is there an alternative to it? Is there something that can you do without it, or can you find something that's actually going to eventually be able to degrade back into the earth naturally without causing harm? I think it really, the biggest thing that we can do is, as consumers, stop buying stuff from brands that are packaging in plastic, or when you go to your coffee shop, asking for them to put it in your cup, and just everybody doing that, everybody getting on that bandwagon, it's going to be the consumer demand, and the businesses are going to have to change. Yeah, I think it's really going to be our generation knowing full well that there's issues and that it's up to us to change it, and we're going to change it.
Today is the final day of this challenge, and I have a lot of feelings going along with it and how it went. It was both easier and harder than I thought it would be. Just for a look, this is the waste I accumulated in the 5-day period, which is not as good as I hoped. Obviously, I wanted it to be empty, but compared to where I started with bags and bags of trash, that was about like a week and a half period. This is a drastic improvement. As far as just living in my apartment and household items, I found that I produce nearly no waste. I had one slip up where I cut an apple on a paper towel the first day because I forgot to put the paper towels away, and it was just so automatic that I did that, and I like completely was like beside myself because I just didn't even think about it. Even though my goal was to have that mason jar be completely empty by the end of the 5 days, I do feel like this was something that was really good for me, and I don't think that I failed at all. I think if you really put it into perspective, of like how much eating 3 meals a day, going grocery shopping, just living your life, and you can fit those 5 days of waste into one mason jar, I think that's an accomplishment in itself. And just seeing clear improvement from where I was a week ago. So I am proud of myself, honestly. I now am a lot more mindful and conscious about what I'm buying, and so I think that's really important and something that I can carry through the rest of my life and set as an example for others in my life.